Hey everybody, it's me, back at it again with another deck profile. This time it's Dark Hole Dragon Fireking OTK going second. It's a very interesting deck, if I say so myself. I have been playing this, thinking about this, making this deck for a long time. But I'm now decided to, I got the cards, play it in locals. I have found that the Fireking deck has a very hard out for just Raigeki Dark Hole, just clear the whole feud. So if you go against those kinds of decks, I think you are a very strong going second master. So just let's get into the deck. So for the Fireking monsters, we have 3 Fireking Phoenix. So I think Phoenix is just it's an amazing starter. It starts your deck. It can be destroyed. It can be recycled. But there's nothing much to say. 3 Phoenix is normal. I also played 3 Kirin because it dodges hand traps. It dodges Effect Trader. That is played right now. It dodges Invert. It's less played but still on there, and it can just access your combo. Then you got 2 Fireking Runics. I thought about playing 3, but I think 2 is the right ratio. 1 is just way too sacky. If 1 gets banished in this deck, you don't have anything anymore. I played 2 Fireking Arvata as the last Fireking monsters. I think that this card is very strong because when this card is destroyed, it can also summon deck from the grave with another Fireking monster. And a lot of the times I was just able to destroy this card instead of other cards. Then for the non-Fireking monsters, so I played 3 Dark Hole Dragons. I bought 3 Quarter Centuries, but this one is still not in after 3 weeks, so that's sad. But this card is very interesting because this card can be special from the hand and or graveyard when a monster is destroyed by a non-targeting card effect. That's why it does very well in Fireking, and it's also level 8 that you can just build a lot of bodies with. And on summon, you can activate this effect to add a Dark Hole in the end phase. So if you are in your opponent's turn and this card gets summoned, you have a free Dark Hole for your own turn. I think this card is very interesting, and it helps very well clearing boards. And because Fireking also doesn't have a lot of the new Snake Eyes deck cards also don't have targeting destruction, I think this is just very amazing. I played 3 Kaijus. I played 3 Dogoron because it's just a Flame Kaiju. It's a Flame Kaiju. What can I say more about it? You just give to your opponent 4 cards they have. Same for the 2 Gamasiu. I think Gamasiu is a very strong card, very good played, does what it needs to do. And it's also level 8, so if you have 2 Gamasiu in your hand, it's fine. And then the strongest monster, in my opinion, that I had in my deck was Alpha, the Master of Beast. I think Alpha, the Master of Beast was a very strong card. I only played it at the 1 because I never want to see more, and it's only a extra board breaker-ish card. So I only played Alpha 3 times, but it was every time I saw it, it was so worth it going second. It breaks boards so great. And then for the only main hand traps is 3 Nibiru. Nibiru is always a card that I always talk the same thing about. If you play against good players, it's a bad card. If you're playing against bad players, it's a very good card, but then you should not need this card because you are playing against bad players. Now I have to say that the Fireking just extends, and if you can Nibiru them before they make an Uppo, then it's great, but it does something against Fireking, but maybe just not enough. Normally my rule is also play only 2 Nibiru, not 3, but because it's my only main hand trap, I think this card I want to try it at 3, and I only saw it twice in my opening hand once, and that was against Vanadium. Of course, we played 3 Dark Hole. What do you want me to say? It's Dark Hole. It's searchable. I had one game where I just searched all 3 dark holes, and it was amazing, man. It was very amazing. If you don't know what the card says, it says destroy all monsters on the field. Then I played 3 Raigeki. I'm still searching for 1 gold rare one, so almost have it. Okay, copium. It just destroys all monsters your opponent controls. It's like it's a very strong card in this meta. Yeah, nothing much to say. Then for the next board breaker, we played 3 Interrupted Kaiju Slumbers. I think you can cut this card down to 2 because you will never be able to activate 3. But you can activate this as a card, and then you can summon 2 cards from your 2 Kaiju monsters to the field, 1 for your opponent and 1 for yourself. So you summon the fire for yourself and then the water for your opponent. Because the fire you can destroy, of course, with all the fighting cards. And the second effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard, then search or add a Kaiju from your deck to your hand. You can only use 1 effect a turn. And for the last thing that I want to say about the card is I just now noticed that it's Gamma Seal and Dogoran on the card itself, and I played both, so that's funny. I played 2 Lightning Storm. I only tried it because it has a destruction effect of deck position monsters, and it doesn't target them, so they will be destroyed. But most of the times you have Dark Hole Dragon on your field, and or Nibiru, and or what do they call Kaiju, so this card was always dead in my hand, so it is what it is. I played 1 Talents. It's Talents. What do you want me to say about it? Okay, it's just a card. Maybe just don't play it. Maybe play Call by the Grave or something, because you getting hand trapped is just a bit more or worse. For the Fireking spells, I played 3 Island. You just want to see this. You have a nice amount of fire monsters in your hand. It just starts your Fireking plays and OTK plays. 2 times the Sanctuary, because it's just the same thing. And the last card in the main deck is Fireking Skyburn. Well, I was thinking and debating about playing or the Skyburn or the Revival card. I think the Revival card is very good. It does a lot of things, but I think Fireking Skyburn is needed in this deck because that card can OTK a bit better, in my opinion. Yeah, it is what it is. And then for the extra deck, it's not the thing special. I played 1 Anima for the Ponix. I played 1 Diamond Unicorn because it's Diamond Unicorn, so you can destroy the back row if needed to. IP Masquerena because it's IP. I played 2 Fire Charmers. You can definitely only play 1, that's fine. I played 1 Appo, and I played 1 Goddess, just to get over towers. Just to, if you are not able to kill your opponent, you can just make an Appo. Then for the rank 8 plays, I played 1 Draglubian. I played 1 number 100 dragon, and 1 number 38 Hope Harbinger dragon for the normal combos. Then I played 1 interesting number card. It's number 86 Sana Pond, the Sky Prison. This card is just a detach, and no player can special summon monsters from the graveyard. So it is something that cucks a lot of decks, or can cuck. I played 1 Zeus because Zeus is Zeus. I played 1 Degirsu because I just want to try the card. I still don't know what I think of the card itself, but it's okay. It's okay. I played 1 how do you call it? Garunix Eternity, Yang of the Fire Kings. This card is so crazy because on summon it destroys all other monsters, and because Dark Hole Dragon cannot be destroyed by card effects, oof, it's so great. It is so great. And then the last card is Sky Typhon. It just breaks boards if needed to. And then for the side deck, the side deck is something I'm always interested in very well because it's always very interesting to build with your side deck. So let's see what I come up with. I played 3 DD Crows, never sided this card in. I don't think I will ever play this card ever again. I played 2 Drawn Lockbird, I played 2 Ghost Bells, and I played 2 Moonlight Shields. I think that this card these cards are very interesting. Droll just kills some decks, Ghost Bell just kills some decks, and Mourner just also kills some decks. Well, it doesn't kill some decks, but it just hurts your opponent for just enough life points that you can way easier OTK. And it's just a bit annoying. I played 3 Herald of the Abyss because I don't have. How do you call the card? I don't know how the card is called again. Trust. So I need to play 3. It's just for towers, nothing that special. And the last cards in the side deck are just Cosmic Cyclones. Cosmic Cyclone is just Cosmic Cyclone. Can get rid of some cards, but it's not my favorite card. So this was the deck. There's nothing special about it. Well, there is. It's a deck that I made, but like the Fireking cards are pretty normal ratios, and all the going second cards are just a bit extra. What the deck struggles with is going first a lot. If you don't see any Fireking monsters where you get hand trapped going first, you're dead. And you never want to actually go first. It's just that hurtful. You can go into the right game, it's very strong. Of course, you cannot go into the long game because then you will die. But I think that going second, if you just draw a good hand, you can play. If you draw awful hand, you lose automatically. What the deck also struggles with is if you don't kill on the second turn, it's very hard to keep yourself alive long enough, depending of course on how much gas your opponent has. If your opponent has like 2 or 3 cards for gas, yeah, you're pretty much done. People are way too smart playing Yu-Gi-Oh now these days. The matchup that I had for this deck were round 1 I lost against Bennett because I didn't open anything. Round 2 I tied against Dinosaurs, a friend of mine. He was very good. Round 3 I won against Vanadium, 2-1. I won game 1, I lost game 2, and I won game 3 in time. I won game 3 because I just hand trapped him twice. I didn't draw any, I didn't have anything, but I drew a fire monster for turn and I just activated the Fireking map and just play from there. And then of course battle phase, kick, and that's like nothing special there. And the last round was against a very good player. He was playing Kashtira and then Vanquished. And he's a very good player. He made very good plays. He played around Nibiru very well. And he just knew all the combos, but he just did not have that one thing that he could do. And I just outed his board and won in time also. But I burned him for Ghost Mourner, and he said you can go to battle phase. But I still had enough damage. The only misplay I made that whole tournament was against the Dino player. He activated Pot of Prosperity and he just OTK'd me, which he could definitely not do. He had way less damage. I had 2000 life points left and I had so much gas because I already killed his board. Like, oh my god. He couldn't do anything. But I have to say, I really like Dark Dragon. I wish I had some more thoughts about or ways to play this card. It's a very cool, interesting, beautiful also card, and I just want to play this card just a bit more. I really like the rarity. You can see it's better here. I really like the rarity, and I think it's a very beautiful card. So thank you all for watching, and yeah, have a nice day.